All right. So in this video, I want to talk about the main problem I see with pretty much like 90% of funnels that I audit and do reports on. And people even asking questions in the groups and in the group of system and all that stuff. That main problem is clutter, like so much stuff going on in a funnel. I cannot stress how many times in an evening I will see people on a private Facebook group, like in a System.io group or something similar. Again, I really hope this doesn't come across as conceited, but I see people asking all the time, how can I put multiple offers in a single funnel? It defeats the point of a funnel, right? And let's just get this clear. Okay, what is a funnel? What's a funnel meant to do? It's a single and highly intentional, low distraction or zero distraction programmatic web page, right? And the intention is some sort of value at the end, some sort of exchange of value whereby a customer is going to give you their bank details or they're going to give you their email, right? There's a transactional action taking place at the end and you want them to do something, right? And when I say programmatic as well, I just mean, it's a fancy way of saying, once you've finished using that web page, it will automatically take you to another one whereby you might see an upsell, you might be on the thank you page, you'll be directed somewhere. Okay, it's got a very clear user journey, right? And the absolute juxtaposition of saying, can I have multiple offers on my sales page? You might as well make an e-commerce shop at this point, right? We're talking Shopify, we're talking Amazon. And so I've got some examples here I'll show you of some good, a funnel page and a non-funnel page, and they both sell stuff, but one of them is going to do infinitely better, right? But yeah, that's like the main problem like any funnel will have. Like, the copy is a big thing, of course, but copy can be iterated over time. Also, the less copy you have, the easier it is to adjust that and all that stuff. But abso-freaking-lutely, right? When I see someone saying, can I have like a sales page with my 3 offers they're not even offers, they're products, right? Because an offer is one thing, but my 3 offers on one sales page, and then I want to have this sales page go to this order form for this product, and then after that order form I want it to go to this particular upsell. And that's not how you use a funnel. Like, it should be simple, like at best 3 steps. Like, and I really, at real limits, we're talking 4. We're talking, an order form which have the sales page within there as well. Like I say, very high end, already very functional funnels should then or could then have upsells or order bumps in there, upsells, downsells, then the thank you page, which also then might lead off to another offer, which is another funnel, right? At no point, at no point should there be a funnel that has like 12 or 50 different flipping order forms for different products, because that's just an e-commerce. Like, just make a Shopify account, like get the 3-month at $1 on Shopify or something, and have, a whole smorgasbord of products. Like, that's it. So that's the main problem. I honestly can't stress it enough. I think where people get confused, especially when I do speak with them, it's this idea that doing more might result in more reward, but actually it's inverse. Like, doing less is more. Having a single product, a single offer is what's most important, because then I always go back to this from my web developer UX design days. There was a book we used to have that was like one of the must-read text of web development, web design, which was Don't Make Me Think by Steve Krug. And that book literally just exemplifies, like, I think it's also a Gestalt principle. The more options a person is presented with, the longer they'll take to make a decision. And it actually gets to an inflection point whereby a decision will never be made. When you give someone, I think there's another quote from Joe Carbo's Lazy Man's Way to Riches, where he says, if you're happy with anything, you'll take nothing. Like, but if you want, to the man that wants everything, he will have it. So it's this idea that you don't show everything or anything to anyone, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, and I think the place I mostly see it happen are people that are selling like PLR products, or like, those, like a grouping of products that seem like they go together. Like, here's your Canva in a day course with a System.io funnel course or something. Like, this is the thing though, they can lead to each other, and that's actually the solution I want to get to. A solution is a very thought out client journey, but just because you have all these things doesn't mean you should show them to people to buy. Like it doesn't, it'll make the whole thing look cluttered and make no sense. It's it's an amateur move. And it's often, like I say, it comes from that position of, if I show all these things, I will, it seems more value. But like I say, this is where we have to rework the mind to understand what value truly is, how to create an actual offer, what a user journey might be, and then therefore what the function of a funnel is. So in this video, I want to definitely discuss more about the function of the funnel. Like I said, it's the intention not to distract, it's not to confuse you. And that's another thing that goes around in marketing. A confused mind will not buy. Like it just won't. It's got too much going on. You know what I mean? And so that, I think, honestly, it's the worst mistake I've seen anyone make. And the easiest solution for sure is think about your customer's journey, their implied intentional journey you want to take them through. Having more products is not a problem. It's just about when to show it to them, when to deliver that to them, right? So you want to be able to say to someone, and again, like I say, I see it a lot with the PLR resellers and stuff. There's this idea that, I don't know if you've seen some, again, I don't want this to be conceited, but if you go on like some of these Instagram pages of these newfound marketers, right? And they have like it's an easy telltale, it's a stand-store link. And then you click on it and it would be like, here are my top 12 courses that you should buy. It's like, well, frick, I mean, I don't know. Already you'd be thinking, I don't know which one I should be starting with, right? Like, can you guide me on this or something, right? And you might use that as a tactic to get messages and stuff. Cool. But then you're now filling your DMs with people that are asking you, what should I start with? So, but instead, if you just had, again, Standstore's not like, there's no slangs talked on Standstore, but you can have that if you want. But you could just have a single link that is, say you're a content creator and you're helping people with content. Even if you're using PLR documents, it's not the problem. But you could then have a free lead magnet or offer, it doesn't make a difference. But you could have that one entry point, a single entry point that someone fills in to either pay you or to give you their email. And then by which, after that, you then send them offers through email when they should expect to see them. Because if you give someone a course that is how to use Canva to make an ebook, great idea, really love that. Okay, and then as soon as they purchase that, send them an email that says, here's how you make a funnel to sell your ebook. Well, hold on a minute. I haven't made the ebook yet. Like that's the user journey at this point. Like you want to then check, like that's what we would then consider nurture sequence. You want to then check, okay, usually on average, when someone buys this Canva course, it might take them 4 weeks before they make their first ebook. Could you provide some complimentary upsellable stuff, or even just free stuff, let's be honest, that can make that time shorter? Or you just keep in contact to find out, are you done yet? How's it going? Just want to check in. Then you hit them with the next offer, which is, hey man, I have this course on System.io, or I have this affiliate link on System.io. You get, 60% off your first, the year, or whatever. I don't know what it is, right? But the point is, these user journeys it's so important. It cannot be missed, it cannot be slept on. And it's the most imperative mistake to fix. Just because you're showing everything you have doesn't necessarily mean you make sales. And on the flip side, it will actually lower your sales. It will hinder them because a confused mind cannot buy. So like I said, the solution is to dial in your offer. What is it that you're actually doing? So I'm going to show you these two examples, in fact. So I have this one, which is growing halves. This is a funnel. All right. This is how you can see that. Look, I can't click off of this. There is no navigation bar. There's simply something that's telling me act fast. Okay. And it has this video playing. It tells me exactly what I'm going to get. I saw this ad recently and I really liked it. This is why I'm bringing it back up. Actually, it's telling you what you're going to get out of it. You're going to 10x your views on reels and shorts. And then the only button you can click is get started. Everywhere you go, you'll get to this section. You get to this, cool. You're getting a bit more, you're getting told a bit more reason why you should purchase. Get started again. It's the only way off of this page. You cannot, unless you close this tab down, you can't move anywhere but to go through. So if I actually now click get started, now we're hit with, okay, and this is what I mean by programmatic. It's gonna take you on a journey that you don't necessarily have a choice on, but it should be something that you desire anyway. If I wanted this, if I wanted to grow my views with whatever process or system he's showing me, then this would make sense. This is all I want to see and I want to know, right? But as an example, here's an example of a e-commerce site. This is Amazon, right? Look how much stuff, I just went on the bestsellers. Look how much stuff is here. At what point will I know what it is I want, you know? And I like to really highlight as well, like this is a problem that is experienced by many platforms, right? For example, Subway. I actually remember this happening because I was so distraught, right? I really like Subway, and Subway changed its whole process and system to having pre-made sandwiches on the board. So like you can no longer like, I mean, you can go in there and you can say, I want, you know, this thing, whatever, on rye bread. You can choose, you can make your sandwiches. But the reason they did that, right, was because it took so freaking long for someone to make the decision. And I guarantee when they looked at the statistics, they would have found that on average, people that couldn't decide would just look at it and go, I'd have the hearty Italian, please. Right, or I'd have the BLT, please. You just remember it. So I guarantee the sandwiches that are now there as staples were probably the most ordered by the people that just didn't know what they really wanted based on options. You can now pay for extra meat, but that window is no longer that selection it used to be. It's no longer that experience of you get to the front of the queue and you're like, may I have this bread? I'm gonna try like the honey oat. Can I get the pepperoni and the sausage? And can I try all the veg except sweet corn and jalapeno? And, you know, caramelized onion. Like, it's no longer that. And I used to love that, okay? Because I would just go and try different sandwiches all the time. Now I'm forced to try one of their 6, right? But it's because of this problem of choice. It's a huge deal. I think even Netflix having the same problem. Amazon, anywhere that there's a lot of options, the company's problem to solve now is you know, that user's feed, right? Your For You page. It should be showing you stuff that you're likely to already watch. Otherwise, you're going to sit there. There's times where you might resonate with me on this, right? There's times where I want to watch something on Netflix while I eat. Say like I'm going to go on a lunch break in a minute, right? And I want to watch something while I eat my sandwich or something. And there are times where I've scrolled through and I've spent my lunch break while eating. I've, you know, a sandwich in hand, controlling the other. I've spent my lunch break watching trailers on Netflix because there's so many options. I end up just looking at a trailer and being like, that's cool. You know what I mean? And the next trailer, before I know it, I'm like, all I ever do is end up putting Rick and Morty on. It's like my go-to show because I just know what I'm going to get with it, you know? And if not, I'm on Disney Plus watching Modern Family or Bob's Burgers. That's me in a 3, bro. That's it, right? And so choice is a huge issue. And funnels, this is why like the concept of a funnel is super important. It restricts that choice. And so when you go ahead and ask your next funnel developer or web developer, you go and ask them, may I have more options on my funnel? A good funnel developer will tell you absolutely not. You just no, because of everything we've just discussed, you're going to ruin it. You're ruining it. Read my lips. You're ruining it, right? It's not good. And that's the main mistake. There are a few more mistakes I'll make other videos on, but this one right here, this is the one I want to hit home with. Do not ask to have more on there. You should be asking yourself, what's the one thing that's most important to me, right? What's the one thing I want to be booked for? Okay, then that will determine the type of funnel that you're going to launch. That will give you an idea of the upsells and the complementary products that go around it. I call them the fringe offers, but you'll have a core offer, right? And that core offer is the thing you're trying to do for everyone the most. Otherwise, go back to the drawing board. There's not a problem. Failure is welcomed in this side of the town, okay? Go back to the drawing board and discover what it is an offer is and what it should be and how you can fit these products in there. You know, and that's it. But offer, client journey, funnel. That's it. Those are the solutions. So think about that. Think about it for a minute. If you like this one, subscribe. Comment below if you have a ton of offers or products rather on a funnel and you need a word, right? You need someone to give you a head and wobble and say, hey mate, come on, get in the comments, let us know, and you'll have have me to be able to speak to. And otherwise, check out the description and I'll see you on the next one.